Space, the final frontier. This is the 2.5-year journey of the build of the Starship Enterprise. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to stage 16 of building the Enterprise, the NCC 1701D. This is pack 5, this is stage 16, part 2 of pack 5 of the build that's going on, bigger than I could have ever possibly imagined. Now, last time I tightened up these brackets that are going on here. This time we've received one more part of that and a couple of shuttle bay doors, along with some more BM and BP screws, which we shall be using momentarily. Now, the part that we're doing here is highlighted in yellow, so it's this backside over here at the top, and the two hatch covers. There's really not much to show you in the picture-in-picture, but I shall endeavour to put them up on the screen anyway, while I continue to just put things together. I shall have a look and see if I can see the words and understand what they mean. It just says retrieving parts and position parts and things like that. The magazine is quite heavy this week. It's not holding in my magazine holder as well as it should. But there we go. Right, so to start off with, BM screws. I shall be needing 4 of these. So I shall open these up. Now what I've decided to do, I'll leave those 3 in there, because I've got the other ones from last time over here. What I've decided to do is keep all the screws out to one side while I'm doing the build, and then come back and at the end of each stage, stage is the word for each individual thing, at the end of each pack I shall tidy them all away and put them where they should be. So first of all, we need to put this basically there, not there, there. Yeah, it's sort of inset quite a lot actually. That's unusual. That's okay. Well, I guess this outer edge is still going to be there, and this is where it's going to fit onto things, so I'm sure there's reason for it. We obviously need some sort of framework in the middle as well, so okay, we'll put that in there like that, held in place with 4 screws as ever. I'll get all of them in a little bit loose and come back and tighten them off, tighten them up off camera, because I need to support them properly to put a bit of weight behind it to actually tighten them up, because these do need to be quite secure. I did tighten up, say, the other side. It was all nice and secure, and the bits that I forgot to do, obviously, the time before. So that's used all of these BM screws. M for the metal, B because it's B. I don't know why it's B. We've used A's. I think we've used A's. I've got the big storage box full of screws to put them away in afterwards. So that's that. There's one more pack coming, one more framework piece coming, which I believe is next time. So I shall move that out of the way, because we need to come back to this, the back neck area sort of thing. It's got a word, but I can't remember. The battle section rear neck assembly, that's what they're calling it. I'm going to get 2 of these screws out, because we'll need 1 for each of them. The other I shall put over there in my storage stash, hidden away safely behind the phaser. So obviously we've got these 2 shuttle bays to fill, obviously different sizes, 1 for each. So I'm going to hold that in my hand rather than put it down, because I didn't get my mat out because I wasn't sure about what I was going to be doing. Obviously we've got the large one which goes over this side. It's getting tricky. Even this tiny little bit has got so many wires coming out of it. It's ridiculous. It's lovely, but ridiculous. So that's going to go in there a bit like that, although it isn't. It actually goes in. You've got to make sure you get it in there, behind there by the looks of it. So it's going to take a little bit of finagling. Does it say there's an easy way to do it? It just says bend the wires up and then shove it in. So I shall bend the wires up a bit more. I don't like bending any of these wires. It makes me nervous. So if that's got to go in behind, it's got to go in behind that before it goes over the top of them. I might have to bend the wires even more. I don't like it, but you know, if that's what we've got to do, then that's what we've got to do. How far off have they got to go though for that to get behind it? Quite a long way, because that's got to close all the way up. I'm not liking that. I might do things a slightly different way. What I'm going to do is actually loosen off these screws. Just a touch. Not the ones the other end. Just these ones here. So give me a little bit of play up there. Then I think I've got enough slack there, movement there, for it to just slide up behind those wires up the top there. Almost. Most of the way there now. Is that there? It's almost there. You can see it's not quite lined up right. This is less friendly than I would hope. I've got to bend them even more. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'd have been happy putting these in before the stuff that goes over the top of them. But who am I to make design decisions about these things? There we go. That's almost there now, I think. How does that look? It's almost there. I think that will wiggle in place when I get the screw in there. So let's try that. Oh, let's get the screw on the screwdriver the correct way round. That makes things much easier to do. We can get that in there. So that will hold that down. It's obviously only held down on one side, but the other side is going to be held in quite securely anyway. Now these are obviously going into plastic, so be wary of putting too much pressure on them and things. That looks like a door on there. I think that's about right. Remembering to tighten up these screws that I loosened as well, which might also hold that other side down a bit more securely also. So that's that. I've got to bend these up again on the other side, and I shall also loosen these to hopefully make this side a little bit easier as well. Obviously there's only the one at each smaller door, so I might be able to get it in more from the side as well. Slide it along a little bit, maybe not, but yeah, maybe that's yeah, work that along from the edge a little bit more. That's gone on there. Pick that up. That screw in there. Secure it. And there we go. I should read the words that it says, really. It says take it ridge size position the narrow end of the bulb first and carefully apply pressure until it clicks into place. Yeah, I didn't like that clicking. That wasn't as pleasant as it should have been. So yeah, that works. Tighten up these again, and then we get to look. Yeah, they're in place. They're okay. They're covering it up. Now I was talking to Dan last night, and he was saying that he plans on having one of these open, which would be nice, but would be a lot of work trying to figure out inside there, more than work than I'm willing to put into it. So yeah, that's that for now. What was it? Fox was also saying something about this bit being the wrong way up as well. He thinks it should have been with the bit wires coming out the other way, but it's actually got to go that, no, because the screw could have gone that way. That could work. Either way, it shows it coming sort of straight out on the video, so I'm pretty sure there's enough on the video, in the picture. I'm sure there's enough bend on that to get them wherever I need it to be, but we'll worry about that down the line. Notice that is actually wiggling around a little bit loose anyway. Let's tighten that down just a touch more as well. So that is that. That and that. This week's pack. I say week, but it's not a week. Right, I shall tighten that one up because that's still wobbly. And that's that. And I'll be ready for stage 17. We'll be here very shortly. Hopefully you're enjoying the build. If you're building along with me and have got any tips and advice, even if you're not building along with me and you've got any tips and advice, by all means give me a shout, leave a comment on the video. But thanks for watching. I shall see you soon for the next one. Bye bye for now.